Welcome to Killtocraft Podcast Episode 10. I am Vanessa. I'm your host, and you can find me at Instagram as Nessa Townley. You can find me on Ravelry as Killtocraft, and you can also find all show notes at www.killtocraft.wordpress.com. I think my camera is moving. I am sorry. My setup is not amazing. My camera is sat on some blue tack, so apologising. It's still quite dark outside. I'll just turn you around a bit. It probably looks a little bit lighter than you think, but it's pretty dark. I am tired. The cat has been waking me up. Naughty boy. And I'm having to do an early morning podcast as my as well as not at work today, so I sound quite groggy. I apologise. Anyway, today's episode, I have a work in progress. I've got a few works in progress. I've got a finished object. I did bring show notes with me and left them at work. I made them, I left them. So I'm just winging it today. I'm winging it. Oh, sorry, got a scratch. So yeah, this episode will be full of me waking up. Sorry. I'd like to say a big thank you to some people. I'd like to say thank you to Kristen. Hi Kristen, of the Yarngasm podcast and of Full and Fine Yarns. She is adorable and lovely, and she makes some amazing things, and I'm sure pretty much most of you know who Kristen is. She mentioned the podcast on her, not last episode, the episode before, and I wanted to say thank you because she said she hadn't watched a full episode, but she knew that she could tell that she'd enjoy watching, which is so very sweet. And just for those of you who haven't watched before, I'm not Scottish. She said that I was Scottish, which I found funny. I'm actually from Yorkshire. So I'm a Yorkshire lady, and yeah, I always have been. I was brought up here. Only probably about a 20-minute drive from where I live. So got coffee. I had to nip out quickly this morning for milk. And I tried to make myself sound less of a monster. But yeah, so thank you very much, Kristen, because that was so very sweet, and I hope you're having an amazing time at Rhinebeck, because I know that all of my podcasting friends from that area are fully enjoying their weekend, spending money on wool, which I did a few weeks ago, so hope you guys are all having fun. Yeah, and thank you. Next, I want to thank, I want to thank you guys. We'll go to the thanking the viewers. I want to thank you guys because you guys are all amazing, and you've all been liking and subscribing, and I had a little bit of trouble with the podcast this week, and thankfully all of you guys would not have had trouble because you could still watch the episodes perfectly fine, and you carried on subscribing and liking and enjoying, and I find it lovely that you guys really enjoy watching, so thank you. It's amazing having you, and I really appreciate you as viewers and friends as well. Gosh, it's been 5 minutes of filming and I feel like I barely said anything. Then I've got to thank all you lovely people who have PM'd or gotten in contact with me over the week, or the past few weeks. I've had some lovely messages and some lovely people offering things like prizes or just offering their friendship and saying hey and chatting, and so lovely. I love you all for it. There's not a day goes by that I don't enjoy seeing and chatting to you all on Instagram, so I hope you can't hear my tummy rumbling. I think it's just working on that piece of toast I had like 10 minutes back. But I would like to thank you all. You're all amazing, and thank you for coming back. I'm gonna try to sit a bit closer because I'm thinking that you might be able to see me a bit better, with the light being a bit dark and my light being a bit yellow. So we will get on to Cal news. So the brioche knit along is finishing in 2 weeks' time, Friday the 30th, unless people have issues about that. But so far there has been no mention that people will have problems, so I'm just gonna go for it as Halloween Day. That's it, that's done. And of course, keeping some of my giveaway stuff in this jelly bag so I can keep it separate. So we have, if you remember, Mina of the Mina Makes and the Knitting Expert podcast has offered this sock-sized wedge project bag, which has the fruit salad patterning. And Mina's bags are lovely made. She made me this one, and it is gorgeous. It looks like it's a smaller bag on the screen. It's not. It's big. It's lovely. It's ample. It's lots in. I'm keeping my brioche knit along shawl in there, and she offered us this lovely prize. Then we had a friend of the podcast, Leanne, which is Kilts and Quilts. She's offering a prize donation of a pattern up to $10. So thank you, Leanne. You guys are just awesome. Really look after me. Thank you. And then we got a new prize. Sure you all know who this is. But this is Lara of the Fawn Knits podcast, and she has made you guys a lovely bag. And this is a metallic mint fabric. Gorgeous. And these are really well made, and she's lined it with this gorgeous like lilac chevron fabric. I'll just pop it into shape a bit, and then I can show you. So that's a really nice size bag, and it is stunning. I hope you guys are gonna love this, because I love this fabric. I think this is my favourite fabric. Lara knows this. I just went nuts for this fabric. I think Suzanne as well of the Knitting in the City, she also has one of these metallic mint bags, and they are just stunning, and they're really sturdy and just really lovely fabric choices. Lara has some great fabric choices. You have some great fabric choices. Like, stunning, really stunning. And she popped them together this in a nice little package, which I've taken out already once, and I'm going to try and aim to get back in without ruining it. So thank you, Lara, for helping me with a donation prize. It is absolutely gorgeous. You're a little star. I'm sure everybody is going to love to get their hands on this. Got a lovely sticker on there as well. If you haven't been over to Lara's Etsy store, which is the Fawn and the Fox, all in one word, .etsy.com, and she has some lovely project bags, all really affordable, all in really nice fabrics, just interesting fabric choices that she uses, make them really quite individual. I really like them. She does a really nice woolen bag as well, which is slightly more expensive because it's harder to get hold of the felted hand-dyed fabric she uses, but it's gorgeous. And I think Carleen of the Made in Carleenergy, God, I can't speak this morning. Carleen of the Made in Carleenergy podcast, she also has one of these woolen bags and she loves it. It's gorgeous. So yes, on to that. So we've got quite a few prizes. We've got 3 lovely prizes, and I think I'm going to put up one as the main prize and the other 2 together, or maybe 2 as the main prize and 1 as the secondary prize. Sorry. Gosh, you see, my head is all backwards. But anyway, we'll get on to whips. Mixing it up today. We'll do whips first. First, talking about the brioche cowl, I will show you where I am with my brioche shawl, which is now getting to be massive. I've really got to work on this over the next 2 weeks to get it done for my own knit along, which sounds terrible, doesn't it? Because other people have already finished theirs. I'm hoping it will pin out a bit flatter, but you can see where I was a few weeks back. This is my little progress keeper from the homespun house, my little donut, and I have got quite far, and it is going to be massive because I can't really fit it on the needle. It just ruckles up. So yeah, it's gonna be huge. And I've still got another colour. I've got another few rows of the guard stitch to do. And then I start on my lime section, which I have already gained up. So we're going to have the beetroot, feel the beet colourway, the copper colourway and the lime colourway. And I'll show you the reverse side as well, because I love the reverse side. I think the reverse side is very funky because of the pink, the crazy pink speckles. They're probably my favourite thing ever. And the yarn that I'm using is from Bear and Wooler, from the lovely dyer Vicky. And she makes some amazing yarns, so if you haven't checked her out, you should also go over to hers. This shawl is super lovely to knit with this yarn, and I've used the barefoot sock base, and it's really squishy, and I know the brioche helps with that, but this has got to be so warm. And yeah, go over and check out her website. She does some lovely colourways, totally worth checking out. I'm sure most of you have probably heard of Vicky now. I've been doing a lot of shows and things like that, and she's great. Gosh, my head is a shed. I'm working on my mum's waistcoat. I'll get this down. Silly me left my show notes with my knitting pattern, because I'm skilled. And that means that I can't cast off like I had planned. I needed to cast off for the shoulders and then start on my front. But this is coming on now. It looks massive when I hold it up like that, but it measures right. I was thinking this has got to be really long, maybe even for me. Maybe not. My one's quite short. Maybe it would have been a good idea to see if we could have made it shorter. Oh well. But anyway, she's gotta love this. And this is just a Serdar pattern. I'm making this for a Christmas present for my mum. And then when I finish this, I need to then start on a waistcoat for my little brother. Which means my Christmas sweater, which I only showed you maybe a few weeks back, has gone into a bit of a hiatus because that's not going to happen for Christmas. I've come to the conclusion if I can get both of these garments finished, maybe by the end of November, I could have the sweater finished possibly for Christmas. But then I can't wear it for Christmas, so what's the point? So my Christmas sweaters, I think, I'm just not going to bother. I know that sounds really sad, doesn't it? I was really looking forward to starting that properly, but I've literally not done anything on it since I started the little sleeve that I showed you weeks ago. Just haven't had time. So I'm just going to have to put that aside, I think. It was a bad attempt. Save it for next year. It's upsetting. And then my next whip, which I'll show you the bag first because I got it in a giveaway, and look at how amazing this is. This is from Debbie Reese Designs Etsy store, and these are like a padded quilted bag. This is for a Halloween selection. It's got this lovely like green dotted lining. It's a lovely size. I've got a project in here, and it's amazing. It's got even sparkly fabric on the back that says boo. I love it. I love all these little jars with the monster fangs and eyes and things in, and worms. Absolutely love this bag. I love Halloween. I said this on the last episode. I love Halloween. Halloween is my favourite season. One of my favourite seasons. I love Christmas, but Halloween just tops it for me. It's just great. I get to watch Halloween horror films and stuff, and I really just enjoy it. And I enjoy seeing all the fancy dress stuff as well in shops. So interesting and funny, and it's ace. And I get to eat treats. And because we live in a flat, I don't even get trick-or-treaters. Which sounds really bad, but great. Because I get to eat all the chocolate that I buy. So, Deborah Designs, she does some gorgeous bags with also has a handle strap so I can carry it about with me, and I absolutely love this. Thank you, Lara, for hosting the giveaway. I can't believe I won this. I fell in love with this on her Instagram and wished it was mine, and then it became mine. So I am hoarding away a project. I hope Will's mum is not watching. Francis, if you're watching or listening, please turn it off. I'll give you a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm hoping you're not listening anymore. I heard that she sometimes watches, well, not watches, but listens. I heard that she tried to listen to one of my last episodes, and because I was having a bad week at work, you remember the episode, she had to turn it off because she got a bit upset. Sorry, Francis. But anyway, I made her something for Christmas, which is why I'm hoping she's not watching or listening, because it's actually a surprise. And I'm making this for her. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Is it Akai? I'm not sure. To be honest, I didn't even look up the pronunciation, which is really bad of me because I usually do. But this is a gorgeous hat made by Claire Devine. I think it is, yeah. And it's made in the Ginger Twist Studios Ginger's hand-dyed Super Sheep Aran. Now, the Super Sheep Aran is gorgeous. I'm not kidding, it's gorgeous. I'm so glad that I bought a skein. I went online and I bought some so that I could actually make the hat on the photo, because it's just so nice. And it is coming out stunning. I love it. Love the fabric. The fabric is like a slip stitch fabric, so it's really thick, it's really warm, and I can imagine it's got to be so cosy for her. And I can't wait to give her it for Christmas, because it's amazing. Keep her ears warm when she's out taking photographs, because she's a bit of a photographer. She loves taking photographs, and she goes about taking seaside photos and things, and they're gorgeous. She does some lovely pictures. So this will keep her nice and warm, but she'd requested earlier on in the year a hat from me. She said that she'd really love me to make her a hat, and when you have somebody that you know will appreciate a handmade project, I couldn't help but decide to make her something. So this is the skein. I took this to work. I don't know if anybody else takes in like yarn or whatever to work and show people it, but because I work in like an office full of women who are interested in knitting, I take it to work. Except for when I've done a cake, it's usually like more of a nicer shape than this. But then one of the ladies particularly comes up and scrunches it like this, out of shape, and it's like, stop doing that to my cake of yarn. That's probably one of my weird quirks or something, but I find that like a bit of a pet peeve. Like, I love my yarn, and somebody squishing the nice neat cake that I've made out of shape, frustrating. But anyway, I love this, and it's super soft, it's super squishy, and I would love this next to my skin, because it's just not even slightly got a scratch to it. It's just really beautifully soft. I did have the card for Ginger Twist Studios, and I think I have misplaced it. But you can go online and you can search in Google and it will come up. So that's my third project. I'll put that up because it's like an easy place to pop it. The next project I'm going to talk about isn't knitting. I'm leaving a few things out because I don't want to show you the sock blanket. I haven't really done much on that. And so I will show you this, which is Will's Christmas present. One of Will's Christmas present. It's one of his handmade ones. I'm not just going to give him a... How annoying. Managed to get the cotton fast. Ah, there we go. Managed to get it fast in the thing, in the zip. So I've been working on a Cloud Factory pattern. So this is how far I've got. I think last time I had some of the M and some of the jackets. I haven't done, it doesn't seem like I've done a massive amount, but I've done probably a few hours of work. since last time I showed you, and I'm doing a Ramones themed pattern. So it's going on nicely, I think. I really love it, I think it's cool. And I really like they've got a Gremlins one, which I'd really love for me. But this is perfect for Will, and he's really gotten into, he works at a record store, and he's really gotten into, well, he's always liked his music. But I think recently he's really gotten into it a lot more. Sorry, I've got an itchy eye. I don't know why it's itchy. So because this year we've been to Berlin and we've seen the Ramones Museum. We're both quite into our punk music. We're varied, but we do like punk as well. And we went to the Ramones Museum, and we also saw Richie Ramone as well. And he's also really just enjoying them at the minute. So I thought I'd make him something to go on the wall near his record player and his antlers that I bought him last Christmas. And then onto an FO that I've finished and started. So I made the North Talk. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I can't remember. I did check this the other day. But anyway, it's one of the hats out of the autumn 2015 pom-pom issue. Yeah, look at the little bubble. I love it. I'm not amazing at crocheting, and I had assistance with some of the stitches because I couldn't remember. Not that I couldn't remember, I didn't know how to do them, so I got a little bit of help. And the pattern actually is in American crochet terms, so if any of you don't know, crochet you can do in English terminology and in American terminology. So DC for us is a single crochet for America, but a DC for them is actually our treble. You get my drift. It's basically a conversion chart. And I started doing the hat in UK and didn't realise that it says that it's an American terminology. So I had to redo it, start again, but it's come out really well. Really happy with it. And there was an edging that went round, but mine seemed to stand up a little bit from my head, and I didn't like that. And I don't know if it's because I've got maybe a small head and it sits far out and it stood up a bit. I don't know, or whether maybe I was trying to do it tight to stop it from flicking up, but I think that just made it stand up more sturdy. And I know that, like, if you've got an edging, it's meant to lay flat, so I wasn't too impressed. I took it off. I decided that this hat is fine without an edging, which I think it is. And I love the massive pom-pom. Who doesn't love a pom-pom? So I absolutely love this hat, and I used I think it's a new yarn. It's Hayfield Chunky Tweed, and I especially loved this because the colourways were named in Yorkshire places. So I think, if I'm right, this cream is Crigglestone, and I think the pink was Driffield, which is where Luli comes from, and then this grey one is Staves. And last winter, around early November, Will took me to Staves for the weekend for a little anniversary getaway, which was sweet. Our second our 2 years together, and he took me away on a little holiday trip. And I'd love to go back there. And we stayed at a lovely little hotel, well, bistro, bed and breakfast bistro, and the food there was absolutely amazing. The scenery is gorgeous. Took a little bit for our old rickety car to get up the hill from the bed and breakfast, but it was worth it. And they had a little cat called Shirley, and she's just gorgeous. If you stay there, wait around for her because she's cute. And if you think you don't see her, then pop to the art gallery shop next door. She's possibly in there looking after the paintings, but she is adorable. And our last morning I got to see her, and she sat on my lap and purred away and had strokes and snuggles. She was dead sweet. So yeah, I loved my time at States, and I'd love to go back again. And I think Cleveland Corner Bistro also now have a little yarn shop inside, so it's worth going over and having a nosy, I think. But yeah, love the pattern. I'd happily do one of these again. I think it was fun, it fits nice, it's perfect. A nice little present as well, because it only took me about 5 hours to make. Probably take somebody quicker if they're not fiddling taking back rounds like I had to a couple of occasions. But it's come out lovely. I'm dead happy with it. I've already been wearing it, as some people have seen on Instagram. Next up is what I've been hoarding, I suppose, this week. So, as you know, we did a little bit of a swap package with Lara because she was sending me the giveaway bag, and we'd already planned ages in advance that we were going to do a swap. Hi Lara, hope you're okay and doing well. She's my buddy, and she crazily sent me a gorgeous package, and because she knew I fell in love with this bag, she sent me my very own. I absolutely love this metallic bag, and I love the fact that it's got the top edge of metallic. Don't you think it just looks like sprinkles on ice cream? Because it really reminds me of sprinkles on ice cream. Lara, I do literally think of food all the time. Ice cream. And she's so sweetly, it's got the rest of the wool in from my hat, because I've been keeping it in here, and my crochet hook might fall out. I'll just take that out. And she popped in some gorgeous scissor fabric. I'll just zoom in a bit. Yeah, look at that. So pretty. And the association is because she's sweet, and she wanted me to have the scissor lining because we both have the scissor tattoos. Lara's got one on her finger, and I've got this one. So it's so cute. So it's quite sentimental. I've got a sentimental attachment to this bag now. Will not be going anywhere ever. This is like, it will be going anywhere. It will be going with me probably everywhere with a project in it. But I absolutely love this. It's gorgeous. And I popped, because it's getting to fall time, I got this from Andy of the Andre Sunitz podcast. I think it just came in one of her little packages, and so I decided that fall is the right time to use this on a bag. So I thought it looked really cute on here. It looks perfect. Thank you, Lara, for my bag. I absolutely love it. It's stunning, and it's mine. It's gorgeous. I just need a new project to put in it now, but I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting because I've got so many Christmas gift knits that I don't want the burden of trying to knit myself anything. I think, as I've got so many people's projects on the go, it's just not going to happen. So, and then she sent me these gorgeous minis. I'll see if I can, I don't know if it'll, I'll take the mouth back, I might be able to see them better. So I've got this one. This one is spun right round, which I love her yarns. I'd love to be able to get some at some point soon. But I might have to wait until after Christmas now. But this is gorgeous. Lara made some socks for the rainbow Cal in that. And then the pond along Cal, she made some socks in the pond colourway. So that's gorgeous. That's from Bear and Wooler. And then we got some more Koigu because she knows that I love Koigu yarns. I still haven't bought any. There's so much yarns out there that I really want to try and buy for treats, and I just don't think I'd have the time to knit at all. And then we got some Riverside Studios MCN, and this is sand. And this is gorgeous as well. Stunning. And then I've got some ancient art yarns, and this is the, I think Lara called it the Mad Max colourway. Well, I love Mad Max, so Michael has good taste in yarn ideas, so this will be fun to put in my blanket. And basically Michael is Lara's partner, and he had some socks made out of this. And then she made some more socks out of this one, and this is Eden Yarns in their Vintage Rose. I think she joined their sock club. I don't think that's zooming in, is it? But you can see the colours. So that's really lovely. So, and then she sent a little sample of some Euclid wash, which I'll be using at some point. Sorry, I'm distracted. The cat is behind me. The cat. Lincoln is behind me. I don't very often call him Lincoln, to be honest, except when I'm shouting him and stuff. Usually he's just cat-faced. We have a cat that's just, he's a monkey. You alright, baby? He's okay. Just checking on him. He's hiding under my desk. So there's lovely minis. She also sent me a good selection of teas with some of the maple syrup tea in. Oh, I love that stuff. That is one of my favourite teas now, which is terrible because I really need to know how to acquire something like that for me over here. It's been very distracting. He's pulling at the carpet. And then she sent me some Burt's Bees lip balm, which is in the coconut and pear flavour. And I absolutely love this. I'm not a big fan of coconut for eating, but I love the smell, and I don't mind the taste of it. I don't like the texture of coconut. Coconut is horrible because it gets stuck in your teeth and you can't get it out, and yeah, I just don't like it. But this is lovely, so I've been trying that. And then to match my bag, she bought me some nail varnish, which she also has, and it matches my bag, which at some point when I start a decent project to go in that bag that will live in there for a little while, I will be putting some of this on as well. In fact, I might put some on tonight. I haven't had any on for a while. Ooh. The colourway is mint candy apple. At the end. Lovely. So, love all these little bits. Thank you, Lara. It was a lovely package. I always love getting sweaters from you. And then next thing that I acquired was a parcel from London House Yarns from Stephanie. Stephanie is lovely. Now, she sent me a package because she wanted to give a giveaway prize, which will be, I'm assuming it's one of these because I had a look and it looks like it's one of these packages. And this is, I don't know if you can see this, but this is amazing. This is the Nessa colourway. I'll just move this out of the way. That's right, I have my own colourway. I was absolutely amazed by this because I love the colours and everything. I thought it was gorgeous. It's got like lovely purples and corals and grey in it, and I love those colours. And what made me giggle was I didn't actually realise until maybe an hour or so after I'd got it, and I turned it around and I was like, oh, it's called Nessa. It's the Nessa colourway. Look how gorgeous this is. Well, she's donated one of these for you guys for a giveaway in the future, so I'm thinking that the next cal I have, I will pop this in as one of the prizes. I think the next knit along that I'll be having will be in January now, because we've got the casual Christmas knits as well, knit along, but the next big cal will be for this one. But it's so soft, it's gorgeous sock yarn. It's 100% superwash merino with a high twist, and it's self-striping and a semi-solid. So you get 100 grams of your self-striping yarn, which is these two skeins, which are 50 gram skeins, which I think is really nice because I like to cake mine up in 50 grams, and I usually have to cake it up as 100 gram, and then I wind another cake and weigh the leftover to make sure that I'm getting 50 gram. And then the semi-solid in the grey, this gorgeous one, you get 25 grams. But isn't that gorgeous? Just, oh, they're lovely. And there's a couple of little progress keepers slipped on here, a little butterfly and some little feet, some little like baby feet. They're well cute. But yeah, and this is a Sock Duo Plus, so that's London House, can you see that? London House Yarns, and she's got an Etsy shop as Stephanie, so if you want to have a nosy, she's got some really lovely, I'll bring it in a bit more, self-striping sock yarns. She's got a rainbow one in at the minute that's just awesome, and she also had a Halloween, can't remember what it was called, but it's like green and like black and purple and things, and it was great. So londonhouseyarns.etsy.com, and she's also on Instagram as London House Yarns, and you should go and totally check her out. Her yarn is gorgeous. I can't wait to knit with some of this myself. And then she sent me, she's so sweet, I wasn't even expecting the like little mini selection of things that she sent, but she sent Lincoln some of these mouses. I have to say, he has been going nuts over these. He has been batting them around like a nutcase, the one that I got him out. So I'm going to have to save these for a little while. And in the future I'll have to get some more of these, because he's totally happy with his little mouse. He's been chucking it about and everything. She also sent me some little washi tape with scissors on. I don't know if you can see that. Zoom in a bit. That's so cool. So I've got scissor galore happening, so this might have to go with my project bag from Lara as well. It only seems fitting. And usually when people send me chocolate and things, it doesn't seem to last that long. But I only got this parcel yesterday, so I've already had one of these. But she sent me a scream egg, which is a cream egg, but for Halloween. And that was nice. It didn't last very long at all. I tend to lick out the centre, but I didn't even have patience for that last night, and I just shoved it in. I am disgusting. With chocolate, I am terrible. She sent me this gorgeous selection of teas, which these are already in my favourite selection of teas. I have these quite often because they're just amazing, but I'm running out of a few of these, so that's good. And she also sent me a buttermint, Twinings buttermint, which I've been wanting to try because it just sounds so good. I love the creaminess of buttermints, so I'm going to have that one later. And then she sent me these minis for my blanket. Look at this. I love this. This is amazing. I'm not even sure where it is, but it's some crazy kind of bright pink colourway. And it's just so cool. This I'm thinking might be your rainbow sock yarn, but I just love all of these. Aren't these lovely? Such gorgeous colours. So I'm gonna be in my element putting these into my blanket because I love them all. Every single one of them. And they're so squishy. You sent me a good amount as well. Thank you, Stephanie. This package was such a sweet package to arrive yesterday. I had no idea it was arriving so soon, and yeah, it blew my mind. So thank you for that. I can't wait to knit those socks. But I'm going to save those, I think, for nearer Christmas. I've got to treat myself to knitting them up near Christmas time. So I'll be showing you those as they're coming on. So you'll get to probably see those knit up before the next carol anyway. So you'll get to enjoy seeing a bit of them. So thank you, Stephanie from London House Yarns. Absolutely love my package, and the yarns are gorgeous, and I can't wait to use them. And I'm sure everybody, take that out of you, everybody that will be taking part in the knit along will be ecstatic to try your yarn out. And please do take a look at her Etsy shop if you want to try out her beautiful striping colourways. I purchased, I'm not meant to be purchasing, but I did purchase something this week, and it was mainly because I'm doing a swap with Kemper of the Junk Yarn podcast, and I wanted to treat her to something nice. She's sending me a skein of something which I was wanting a while back, so because of her, as you know, she's moved recently, so because of her move we decided to put it on hold for a little while, and I said to her, when you're ready and sorted, get back in touch with me. So a few months later she got back in touch. I obviously don't want to burden somebody in a stressful time to do a swap with me, because it's not fair. So I treat her to something from Countessa Blaze, and while I was there I've been wanting this sock blank for about a good month, and decided to treat myself to it. It's Viscount of Spark sock blank, 75% merino, 20% nylon and 5% stellina, fingering weight sock yarn, 400 metres. It's machine washable on a low temperature. It's been rabbled a little bit of that, but it doesn't matter. And this is it. Oh, I was expecting more of the orange in there, but isn't it great? There was, in the picture there was a big patch of like orange, but I love how crazy and weird it is. And I can't wait to see how the socks knit up, so this is going to be really interesting. But I just thought it was gorgeous. I love the black and the pink and the light green. so it's like tie-dyed. I will say though that although I'm really happy with the sock line, why wouldn't I be? That's gorgeous. It's also sparkly, so why wouldn't I be happy? The website itself, the images are really bright. I will warn you that when I got this, I think some of the colour is actually a lot darker than on the than on their website. However, sock blank wise, pretty. So I am saving this one as well. I am saving a lot of sock yarn. You guys are going to be like, well, how are you going to knit all of this up? I don't know when I'll have the time. I'm just a hoarder. I'm a hoarder. Exactly why I say hoarding. I'm hoarding sock yarn for times of need. Never know when the zombies might come. And I'll need this to keep me sane. So I tricked myself. I probably shouldn't have done. Oh well. I've just made a vanilla and almond and rubus. I'm not sure. Tea. You know what I mean, right? Ribus? Yeah. Well, we're just gonna go with that. Ooh, that's nice. Not sure if we've got anything else to show you today. I have got a couple of parcels that I'm taking to post office today. So one for Kemper. And I've got a little label with the weight on, so that I can and the price, because I've had a look online and kind of researched how much it is for me to send these parcels. One for Lara, which is very very squashed. So I can't wait to send those off this morning, because one of those has been slightly delayed because I wanted to just send them at the same time, and I was waiting for wage to come through. I'm not a rich person by any means. I budget really well. I budget certain money for certain things like house costs, obviously bills and things, food and house costs, and then I have like a little bit that's left for me. So I tend to treat myself to things like this. Spoil myself. Just have another sip. My hands are really cold. The temperature has dropped quite quickly, I think, but I don't know. It's quite warm on an afternoon still. It's really irritating. I want to wear my coat, my winter coat, and I can't at the minute because on a morning it's freezing, but on an afternoon, warm, way too warm to wear it. I walked home twice this week, sweltering, like claustrophobically sweltering. When I've gotten home, I've like thrown my coat off, like, get it off me, this is horrible. In fact, while I'm here, I want to mention some podcasts. Why not? I've been watching recently Helen Whiteley, I think, As Yet Unnamed podcast. Hello, Helen. She's from Ireland, and she's got a lovely little podcast, and she chatters about her projects and things, and she's really sweet. I think she's fairly new as well, but it's just nicely entertaining, and she's got a lovely little accent. I love your accent. So if you got a bit of spare time, I pop over and visit the As Yet Unnamed podcast on YouTube. And I've also been watching Naughty Gnome with Sarah. Hi Sarah. And she had an episode this week where she sat in her bedroom with the puppies. Totally cute. sorry if you can hear him scratching in his litter tray. It's disgusting. He doesn't even care, you know. He's not bothered. But yeah, and the puppies are so sweet. Your dog wins are so adorable. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any others that I've recently started watching. I also watch Yarn Junkie with Amber as well. Have I mentioned Amber before? Hi Amber. See, there's so many friends out there. Hello. And I'd also like to say hello to Debbie Reese as well, of the Debbie Reese Designs, which I mentioned earlier. Hello Debbie. We were mentioning this week that a lot of our friends are so far and few between, and we feel like we've made so many great friends, but you're all so far away. We need to like move into like some town and take over and live together as one. That'd be awesome. And Stephanie is now diving around with his little mouse again. He's batting it about. He's happy. So for the rest of today, I plan to take my post to the post office, and then I want to pop out to into town and buy myself some new clothing. Not actually clothing. I need some new underwear, so I'm gonna treat myself to some new bits and bobs, and then I'm going to go pop to the bank and then back home. And I'm a bit distracted by Lincoln because I know he's there and he's playing about, and then I'm gonna pop home, chill out with my brioche shawl. I've planned that I probably need to get at least 3 repeats of the brioche done, so I've got a couple more rows of the guard stitch to do on that, and then do a good few repeats of the brioche stitch. The only thing is now that I timed myself last night before I went to bed, the last row that I did, it now takes just over 20 minutes. A few days ago I was planning on saying 15 minutes because at the beginning of the week that's where it took. It now takes just over 20 minutes to do a row, and I've got a full garter stitch section yet to go. So this thing's going to be massive. I don't think I've ever knit anything so big. It's going to be over 400 stitches easily on this shawl. As long as it pins out and it looks amazing, then I'm not bothered. He's walking around with the little mouse in his mouth. And he's chewing the hell out of it. And sniffing it. He's so cute. I wish I could show you. In fact, I probably could. I'll just move you a little bit. There he is, look, playing on the floor with his little mouse. Lincoln. Hello. I don't think he's too happy. He doesn't look very happy. I think he knows he's being filmed. He's quite an aware cat. Yeah, look, he's walking away. He's like, I'm not impressed. Like, what are you doing to me, Mum? What are you doing? He's gone to hide by the radiator under the clothesline. I've embarrassed him in front of everybody. So, I'm going to tell you about a little thing that happened to me this week, where I panicked insanely. I got a little message from Lee, from the Luli podcast. She's lovely. If you haven't seen her Etsy store as well, shop Luli on Etsy. Go and check it out because she does some lovely knitting bags. But she asked me for some advice on how to change the channel name on your YouTube, which I hadn't figured out how to do yet. And I sat down on Monday, I decided to have a look and actually give it a go and see if I could figure out how to do it. So I was having a search around, found that you could add a channel, and found a thing where it said that you could swap a channel to another one. So I made my new channel, Killtocraft, and I went to this other setting and converted it over onto the new channel, which made, because I made the new channel then, instantly made a new Google Plus page as well. The only thing is that they don't really make it very clear is they'll tell you that you have to wait a little while for things to get working. What they don't mention is that not really to change anything, leave it. Don't touch anything, don't change any names, don't change anything. Just leave it as set up. But you will possibly not be able to use your YouTube channel for a good 3 days, 3 or 4 days. I waited 3 days. I was expecting it would happen a bit quicker than that, because when I made my first YouTube page, my custom URL came pretty much straight away, and I could use it. My Killtocraft page, however, I'd made, all my stuff was there. I could even use it on my phone, but I couldn't use it on the PC, which made me panic. I was like, why can I use it on here and not on my PC? This is weird. Like, surely it should be working. Little did I realise that actually it's you've got to wait for your custom URL, and I think I waited then about 6 hours after that and it started working again. But that was 3 days later. So in this time I was like, oh my god, my page is there, but I can find it, but if I click on my channel for it, it won't come up. It'll just go back to the home page of YouTube. I'm like, oh my god, there's something wrong with the links. Like, maybe it's a glitch, maybe I've not done it 100% properly, or and I just panicked basically. And in the end figured out that actually I had done it right. 3 days later and it starts working. Silly me. I should have just patiently waited. In this meantime, I'm messaging Paul Lee saying I might have to just start again. Like, I might just have to get rid of all my subscribers and just repost up the videos and start a new channel again, because it's just not working. And she was like, whoa, don't do anything too hasty. Thank you for the advice, Lee. Like, literally, thank you so much. I was so tempted to just throw it out of the window as a bad job, because I thought that I was never going to get my channel back. It was all there, but I couldn't update it. So I had subscribers coming in, subscribing and everything. I was like, I can't ever add a video or anything. What am I going to do? Then lo and behold, a few days later, it's running again. Shame on me. I don't have any patience whatsoever with technology, because most technology, it's instantaneous these days. You don't have to wait, and I was expecting to maybe wait a few hours, not days. Like, maybe they should put in brackets underneath, when we say a while, we mean a while. Like, just to make it clearer. So yes, so now you will see in your, this is another thing as well, I couldn't use YouTube on my computer without actually searching for what I wanted to watch, because all of my subscriptions that I subscribed to was also on this other channel. So that was annoying. So I wanted to relax on an evening with a podcast. No, not going to happen. It is now. Now the weekend is here. So I was a little bit frustrated, and but it worked out for the best in the end. So if you're ever going to change the name on your YouTube channel, be careful. Like, literally be careful. They set you up with the channel already, which is basically your name. I didn't really want, ever since I started doing it, I kind of wanted to swap it over because I thought, I could have one named Killtocraft, and it'd be much better than having my actual name just there on show. I know I have it on Instagram, but that's fine with Instagram. So I kind of wanted to change the channel name to actually the name of the podcast. It made sense. But I never did it because it seemed like a bit of a farce, and it was. It was a bit of a farce, but it is worth it now that it's done. So give yourself time. If you're going to do it days before you go on a podcast, because bad things could happen. This is really nice. Vanilla and almond rooibos tea. Yum. So I think that's all I've got to say for today. I'm going to finish up my tea. I'm going to then come back later, and while I'm knitting on my brioche shawl, I'll get this edited and get it up on YouTube for you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's ramblings and general wittering. I'm going to say that I was wittering. And I will see you in 2 weeks' time for the giveaway of the brioche cattle. Remember to pop up your FOs on the thread, on the FO thread, Friday the 30th. I'm going to give a cut-off point because I don't want to have to close that thread and have to stay up until like early hours. So I'm going to say the cut-off point will be 10 o'clock. So get all your FOs up there by 10 o'clock. If you haven't got an FO, do not panic. I'm thinking of you already. So, yes. So FOs in FO thread, works in progress, can still stay in the chatter thread. And I will be planning for Halloween something cool. So, see you then. Have a nice weekend. Bye!